Okay, here is a house with actually some nice landscaping, and it looks like we have some negative grading. It's not much, but from the evidence in the corners in the basement, it's just enough to cause a little dampness. So this is something you want to address if you're selling. If you're buying, it is an easy fix, but I would definitely ask the seller to do it ahead of time to make sure the problem is remedied. So we're going to be removing the rocks, adding some dirt around there, probably about 4 inches, as high as we can get it. And then replug up the holes in the basement corners, which I'll show you in a minute, so that we can see if we can stop that water from tunneling, which that's what water does. When you let something leak in for years and years and years, it creates its own little path, kind of like a canyon, and finds its way in. So let's go take a peek at the basement. Okay, now we are inside, and you can see all the discoloration going on over there. I always recommend painting your basement walls when you're going to sell. It just freshens things up. And if you ever had moisture or problems, you're still going to want to disclose that. We don't want to hide anything, but it really makes a difference to buyers. As you can see, that really dark corner is where we got a little moisture coming in, right along that whole exterior wall that we talked about, that negative grading. And I told you how water channels itself in. And here's our evidence of that. A nice little hole that the water has found a way to make its way in. So we're going to have to put some cement in there, seal that up, fresh paint, and then we're going to get it sold. Okay, we have removed the rocks, and I wanted you to see how much the rocks were hiding. You can see on where the rust line was, of course. That's the culprit, those little dips in the dirt. This one's really bad, and that seemed to be where a lot of the issue was. So now we need to get some dirt that has some clay loam in it. That's more of a packing dirt. I didn't point out before why this happens over the years is where that eaves trough stopped, that white portion is where the homeowner had it for years, and you can tell that the water just pooled around there and found its way in. Since then they've put this extension on, which has helped a lot, but we still have to fix some of that negative grading. So yeah, that's where we're at. That took me about a half an hour with me taking a lot of breathers. So find yourself a young teenager and you'll get it done quicker. Thanks. Okay, we're here in the corner where the seller had put something, and that's what that dark stuff is. And you can see I've removed some of it, but I think it was a very light coat of some type of cement. But what happened is it didn't adhere, and it's loose. See, so we're gonna get rid of that, because what I really like, what I'm seeing is what I thought was a wet corner, because it was so dark, is really dry. That's dry cement, so getting rid of that's gonna help and freshen up that corner as well. So I'm gonna keep on chopping away here at that little bit of extra concrete. All right, thanks. Okay, we are back to the house. It's been a couple days. We got a nice snowfall last night, so I wanted to double check and see that everything is still staying dry. That was that really bad corner, and staying dry. So what a difference a little bit of paint makes. And of course fixing that negative grading. All right.